Victorious West Indies women's team returned to the Caribbean this evening to a welcoming ceremony at the Grantley Adams International Airport. Just after 3 this evening, this Virgin Atlantic Airbus A330 touched down at the Grantley Adams International Airport, carrying some of the most precious cargo in the Caribbean at the moment. Primary school students, dancers, even the mighty Gabby waited with bated breath for the victorious West Indies women's team. Section of the media scrambled to get the best shots. And then it was time. Led by inspirational skipper and player of the tournament Stephanie Taylor, the 15 Caribbean ladies and management staff made their way down the stairs and onto the tarmac. The Royal Barbados Police Force played a fitting fanfare for the Queens of World Cricket, while primary school students sang and danced to Dwayne Bravo's champion, now the World T20 anthem. Upstairs, families crowded outside of the airport's conference room with gifts, balloons, and loads of love. Then they came. One by one, they filtered past the hundreds gathered to welcome them home. The atmosphere was electric, and the love was real. And yes, they are still dancing. Sports Minister Stephen Lashley believes that West Indies cricket should be at the top.
I believe that now that both the men's and women's teams are at the pinnacle of their performance, that it is time that the international ratings so reflect your dominance of international cricket.
Operations Officer Josina Luke said that it was a long journey that culminated in victory.
Throughout the last 12 months, the team has played against the likes of Sri Lanka, Pakistan, South Africa, and they've also had training camps, development camps. Within these camps, they have also had life skills training. For example, there's been media training. They're representing your country, being an ambassador for the West Indies, and that's an extremely important role, of course, for sports persons in today's environment.
Tourism Minister Richard Seeley lamented that cricket unites the Caribbean.
I don't think we could contemplate the calculus of what West Indies cricket has done for the region, to market the region for visitors and investors and the like. But the real value, of course, is what West Indies cricket has meant for the psyche of our people. And it is a fact that when West Indies cricket is doing well, people feel better about themselves, they're more productive, and all in all, the quality of life in the Caribbean is better.
A beaming skipper, Stephanie Taylor, said it was one of the greatest moments of her life.
I really want to say I'm very proud of the girls. I know we did a lot of work. I want to say thanks to management staff to put up with us. I know we've been a headache. And to everyone that came out today, the reception was wonderful. I think it actually leave me speechless. I've never got that reception before. It makes me feel like a superstar.
Superstars, I love them. Meanwhile, in St. Lucia, Windies players Darren Sammy and Johnson Charles were honored as well. The Beausejour Cricket Ground will now be called, get this, the Darren Sammy National Cricket Ground, and one of the stands will be named in Charles's honor. Charles is also due to receive a plot of land. Barbados remain unbeaten in the ongoing Jean-Pierre Under-16 netball tournament, claiming Bermuda as their latest victim. Playing at the netball stadium in Waterford last night, they were 39-13 winners. There was also victory for Jamaica, who, like the Bajan Gems, remain unbeaten as they enjoyed a 32-17 win over Dominica. With a look at both games is CBC's Anne-Marie Burke.
The Jamaicans took command from the first center pass, and by halftime it was a 16-9 scoreline in their favor. Into the third quarter, the domination continued. Goal shooter Danae Thomas taking command in the circle. The passing was a strong point for the Sunshine Girls. Thomas threw the back door to make it count. Dominica tried to keep up using the small advantages to get some goals. But there was no denying that the jammed-down girls were in the driver's seat. Thomas again finishing the job. The Dominicans were frustrated by now, and when Thomas scored another of her 24 goals, the keeper was clearly ruffled, to which Thomas poked fun at her. Now Jamaica made it 24-14 at that point. The final quarter, and Dominica were still trying to keep in the game. The shooter Selena Langley scoring one of her 10. But Jamaica had it all wrapped up. Thomas again, as they kept their unbeaten record, winning this match at 32-17. Well, it was a full house as expected, as the Bajan Gems, also looking to maintain an unbeaten record, took on Bermuda. The defense was tight, but the Bermudans had a fight in them, and although down 9-20 at halftime, were ensuring they still had some shining moments. In the third quarter, they only managed to net 3 goals. This one literally handed to them, as goal attacker Zakia Lewis capitalized on the advantage. It was not as tight a quarter by the Gems, but when they got it correct, it was well executed. There was some clockwork in the circle. Brianna Holder to Tower Lord, easy does it. Barbados up 26-12 at the end of the third. Into the fourth, and this is into overdrive. Holder and Lord combo again. Lord securing an accurate position. Bermuda had their moments. Lewis missing the first attempt, but not on the second. And watch this play. Passing on target. And Holder, she's just on fire. This time, Lord leaves the defenders as mere bystanders. And then Holder showed that from near or far, she had it covered. 15 from 19, her stats. Barbados still sitting as undefeated, winning 39-13 over Bermuda. Anne-Marie Burt, CBC Sports.
Well, in the other games, Grenada defeated Trinidad and Tobago 28-17, and St. Lucia were 33-14 winners over Antigua and Barbuda. New CEO of Barbados Cricket Association, Noel Lynch, has outlined his vision for taking the sport forward in the country. Lynch, who is a former Minister of Tourism and International Transport, takes over the position at the BCA from interim CEO David Dean. Lynch was officially introduced to the media today at Kensington Oval. He says good administration will be reflected on the field of play, as his first order of business is to continue rolling out the BCA strategic plan.
There's some strategic areas that we're focused on that I don't think, for example, the marketing, the membership issues, that I don't think got full vet and maybe dated by now. And therefore, one of the things that Mr. Dean, who was the interim CEO and who handed over to me, in my orientation, he said that my first priority should be looking at the strategic plan and seeing what areas we could strengthen. And I think cricket has slipped in terms of not really taking that pride of place again in our social and economic development. I want to be part of a team and a body that puts cricket back into the mouths and the hearts of all Barbadians.
Well, as we continue our build-up to Rio 2016, CBC's Mark Seal takes us down memory lane with an Olympic moment. Tonight is on Bajan swimmer Bradley Ali.
Olympic Moments, brought to you by Sagicor General Insurance, Sandals Barbados, and Good Time Snacks.
Young Bradley Ali, the brave one from Barbados in lane 8.
The 17-year-old great Carifta swimmer. This is really the next step for him. He finished third in the World Cup short course in this event, the 200 IM.
Has almost 4 dozen records on the Florida circuit in age group swimming, so quite a talented young man, Bradley Ali. Reactions by all the swimmers pretty even. Bradley Ali close to us in lane 8, keeping pace with the leaders. In lane 1 going well. Townsend of South Africa looking very good, so too out in lane 3. The Bulgarian Alexandrov going quite well. Lane 2 empty. Mancock did not start. He's a Slovenian, same country as Merlinotti. Heading for the wall in lane 3. Alexandrov of Bulgaria takes the lead so far. Bradley Ali back to 4th place on the breaststroke leg. The breaststroke not the greatest stroke in the Caribbean, so understand that he would lose some ground there. The Bulgarian continues to look good. Alexandrov, an all-round swimmer with a challenge beside him. Cocodis of Greece, and you can hear the crowd start to cheer louder because their man is closing in. Sergeyev of Ukraine is also there. Bradley Ali rallying on the outside bottom of your screen. Looking good, lane 4. Cocodis in lane 4, and his time corrected to 2 minutes 02.11. Bradley Ali 203.29.
Olympic Moments, brought to you by Sagicor General Insurance, Sandals Barbados, and Good Time Snacks.
That's the checkered flag on sports tonight. The business report is next.